The morning after an adventure always feels a bit different. There's a kind of silence that hangs in the air, the kind that only comes after a good story has been told. We packed our gear, tightened our straps, and pointed our bike towards Dilstroom.
Right.
Welcome back to the Travels with Stifler YouTube channel. I'm De Klerk, and this is part 3 of the Tonteldoos Africa Twin Revival series. Thank you for watching part 1 and 2, and if you haven't done so, please go watch it. Otherwise, thank you for being back, and I hope you will enjoy the last part of this 3-part series. So, the first stretch back was the perfect way to end the weekend. The wind was cool against our helmets, dust kicking up from a moderately technical trail, mostly packed gravel with a few ruts and technical spots, but nothing to be worried about. Having one last chance to enjoy the calm and quiet, mixing with the roar of engines, and seeing how each person chooses his own line a little bit differently than the other. But then, somewhere past the hills, the calm started to fade. There were more cars on the road, houses next to it, and just a bit more of the buzz you usually feel when getting back into a big town. Well, not even that big, but bigger than Tonteldoos. Slowly the quiet gravel turned into tar, and the mighty iron horses turned back into motorcycles, between cars and buildings. After we got to Dilstroom, we stopped at the petrol station to refill, and then we noticed we lost Kyle. Somehow, he ended up turning to the rural town near Dilstroom, and almost rode into a burning field. After waiting for Kyle to reach us and fill up, we went to Harry's Pancakes to grab a quick breakfast. Now, well, that was the short rundown. So, in the morning, we still noticed Werner struggling with his tire. The patch did not hold. So, when we got to Dilstroom, sometimes you have to do it. And luckily, Jaden stayed behind waiting with him. So the rest of us headed on back to Secunda. So, we lost 2 bikers. Driving on this gravel road, it really made me think about one of Wim Joe's stories he told us the evening before. So, when editing this video, I saw the entire road from Bushboys until Dilstroom. Took us about 34 minutes. And when Joe told us a story where he once drove it in 9 minutes. 9 minutes and a few seconds. So almost 3 times as fast as we drove it. What an incredible thing to think. I saw we were driving a bit slow in the beginning. But to think someone driving that road in 9 minutes time, with shorts, valleys, a short shirt and a helmet, it gives a shiver down the spine. Anyways, as soon as we got on the N4, the wind picked up. Heavy crosswinds that felt like an invisible hand pushing your head to the side, and pulling and tugging on your bike a bit as well. The 3 of us who were not on GSs started to realize our hands were aching, the kind of ache that only a V or parallel twin can give. I don't think the GS riders realize how blessed they are with their boxer engines that feel so smooth on the hands, especially at higher speeds and on the tarmac. But in any case, trying to push as far as we could with aching hands, we eventually decided to stop at Alzu, at the N4 petrol port. Just 6 dusty bikers among herds of cars and trucks. A few of us grabbed a coffee and the rest of us stood outside waiting for them, complaining about our hands a bit and also about the wind. The hand problem might be unique to us with V and parallel twins, and even a 3-cylinder like the Triumph, but the wind is something that hits everyone. Whether you're riding on a 250, a 1200 or an 1800 Goldwing, the wind will always play a part when riding bikes, especially when riding in the wind and a big truck comes hurtling the other way, blocking the wind for a millisecond or two, and then just giving you back all that wind. Something truly unique about riding on the open roads in the high veld, where the wind is blasting and trucks full of coal come hurtling past. So somewhere after Alzu, probably between Alzu and Hendrina, I looked down and I noticed Frankenstein's speedo was showing 0 kilometers an hour. And that was a bit strange, since I was definitely going a bit above highway speeds. If I had to guess, 130 or 140. Just another thing that happened on the trip. But I guess the speedo cable must have snapped. So on the way home I already started problem solving what I had to do and to get back. I also noticed that the windscreen cracked exactly on the same spot where we glued it when we did the rebuild. You could actually see a bit of it on some of my reels. A sharp reminder that even the strongest machines have their fragile bones. So from there we pushed on Hendrina, then Secunda. The road blurred into one long ribbon of thought. A bit of thought and problem solving on my part. The fields, the power lines, the fading sun. A long journey like that turns into a few short memories. Maybe a gust of wind, or a truck that looked like he was aiming a bit too much for you. Those are the few memories that truly stick from the last part of a journey like this. A journey where you enjoyed yourself on the dirt track, swam in an old quarry, listened to a legend like Joe telling you stories. All of those memories stick, but from the tarmac, only one or two things truly stick. But I guess that's why we ride. Not for the perfect journey, but for ones that test us, shape us, and remind us how small we are against the wind. After hearing Joe's stories over the weekend, I truly got inspired. And that's what truly gave me the first shove into truly starting this YouTube channel. Thinking about how he has so much experience and so much knowledge, and how he's lived through so many things, and how much the stories he told us meant to me, to Kyle, my father, and all the other riders. How we were listening like children, hearing a great bedtime story for the first time. That's what inspired me. I want to be able to experience things like this, and I want to share it with people who might not have the opportunity to experience it for themselves. But I don't just want to share it, I want to inspire. That's the whole idea I have with this channel. Not to share my stories, but to inspire people like you. Yes, you that are watching this video at this very moment. I want to inspire you to go on your own journeys and to make your own experiences, to be able to tell your own stories one day, for people to be able to listen to what you are saying one day, like you are a great storyteller. Only you won't be telling other people or fantasy stories. You'll be telling your own story. And that's what I truly aspire to be. An inspiration. An inspiration for people to get out there and live. To put down the phone or the laptop or whatever it is that's keeping you bound. To put it down, get into God's creation and experience adventure and life for yourself. That being said, after this weekend, a few of you might be asking me, or wanting to ask me, how did Frankenstein hold up to my expectations? And the short answer to that is above and beyond. Frankenstein went above and beyond what I expected an RDO 7 to feel like. Even though she is a mix and match of parts and a mengelmoes in the true Afrikaans word of it. She went above and beyond, even though her blinker lights weren't working and the trip master broke and the speedo cable snapped. This bike truly is a masterpiece. And she may be a patchwork of old parts, but somewhere between the gravel, the laughter and the silence, Frankenstein came back to life. So this was the story of Frankenstein's first adventure. Thank you for watching this 3-part series. I truly appreciate every single one of you, every comment, every like, every view. It means the world to me. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell because this certainly won't be the last video. Cheers.